pile drivers and pinfalls, a historical ride beyond the ropes with nothing to hide.
Well, I mean, this is amazing. Looks like we're playing with a game of Harts tonight. What's going on, CZ?
Not much, my friend. How are you?
I can't complain too much. I can't complain. Man, what a week, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you all. It's been a rough week for us, but welcome back to another episode of I about said the history of pro wrestling. This is the wrong show. This is the Joe Monroe Show. I am one of your hosts, Joe Monroe, and with me, as always, the only wizard in podcasting. He has a hat and he has a certificate, ladies and gentlemen. The one, the only, the man with the top 10, the wizard CZ.
And if there are any imitation wizards out there, they are actually warlocks and not real wizards because they're fake as hell.
You said it, not me. So, but you know what, man? Before we get into the episode, I got to give a special shout out.
Hell yeah.
You know what this is about? I don't know about you. Do you like comic books?
I'm hit and miss. I like comic movies and comic shows more than the books.
Close enough. Do you like barbecue?
Absolutely.
Do you love beer?
I'm not a beer drinker. I'm not a drinker at all, but
for those who are, if you're in Somerset, Kentucky, you need to go check out Books, Brews, and Barbecue. They're located at 450 South Highway 27 in Somerset, Kentucky. Go check them out. If you're in the area, this is the spot for you. Comic books, barbecue, a full bar. Come on. What all can you say? And if I may say so myself, the pulled pork sandwich and the nachos, which is fully loaded, phenomenal. Me and my wife went there this past weekend. It's great. So if you're in Somerset, Kentucky, again, go check out Books, Brews, and Barbecue. You will not regret it. But enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and let us talk about our history subject of the day. CZ, what is the history subject?
Well, we're playing a game of Harts today, so of course we got to talk about the Hart Family dynasty.
That is 100% right. We're going to talk about the Hart Family. And if I may say so myself, Tanner, this one's for you, buddy. Brett, bless you, pal. Brett, bless you. So what can we say? Oh, good Lord. No. You stop it right now. We're not throwing that graphic up. No. Anyway, you know, what can be said about the Hart family? I mean, for crying out loud, the first one that comes to mind obviously is Brett, right?
Right. And
second, and I hate that he's second, Owen.
I hate that he is second also.
So here's the debate, and this is for you all on the comments section. Who do you think's the better Hart, Brett or Owen? Personally, this is no offense to the Hitman, but I think Owen was way ahead of his time. Way ahead.
I don't think I can disagree with that. And if he were still with us, he would definitely be a multi-time world champion, in my opinion.
Well, absolutely. His best match is actually against Brett at WrestleMania 10.
Yes.
And it worked perfectly because he won that match. But Brett later on that night went on to win the WWF Heavyweight Championship. Which people speculating, hey, maybe it is Owen's time eventually. But unfortunately, it didn't happen.
You want to talk about speculation. Can you imagine if Owen had moved, if that match between him and Brett had been to move on to the world title match and it was Owen in that spot instead of Brett?
That would have been fantastic. And I think Owen would have ran with it.
I think so too.
But of course, Brett and Owen aren't the only Harts. It started with their dad, Stu Hart, who ended up running Stampede Wrestling out of Calgary, and it became legendary almost. Then you had their brother Bruce. Then what was oh goodness, I can't remember the other brother's name. It slips my mind, and I should have had my notes ready.
And now I'm blanking too because I can't remember.
But one of them eventually became a referee, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Let me do the old Google search here. And people are like, oh, well. But yes, the Hart family is synonymous with professional wrestling.
Dean Hart.
Keith?
Dean
Hart, okay. But yeah, multiple people in this family. Then we go on to the in-laws, which is Jim the Anvil Neidhart and the British Bulldog Davy Boy Smith. So,
Which one of the greatest matches of all time, in my opinion, was SummerSlam '92 in Wembley between Brett and Davey.
Brett and Davey, absolutely.
Fantastic Intercontinental Championship match.
Oh, Keith, there was a lot of people who, oh my God, there's a lot of them. Keith, Wayne, Dean, and that's it.
There's a whole clan.
Oh, and Smith. Apparently there was a Smith, which is weird because one of them ended up being a Smith in the last name. But that just there's a long line of him. Then we go ahead with the next generation. I got to mention Teddy Hart. Let's just go ahead and get him out the way. Then you got Natalia, who's going through a change in wrestling today, and you also had Davey Boy Smith Jr. And I guess you can mention Tyson Kidd because he trained. And I'm going to go back a little bit. I'm also going to mention an honorable mention to Brian Pillman, because he was trained by the Harts himself. So kind of cool, man. Like that Hart family, kind of like how we went through it with the Guerreros last week. It's one of those families you cannot associate wrestling without mentioning at least one of them.
Right. And I know most people will immediately go to Brett because he is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be in his own mind. But
Hey, whoa.
No, I say that in jest. He was amazing, and I'll give a shout out to my Card Subject to Change co-host, Mr. Never Wrong, Nick Bull, who is a Bret Hart fanatic.
How are you never wrong?
It's I'll just tell you what he tells me every time I question it. It's not a gimmick, it's a lifestyle, brother. Okay. Those are his words.
Okay. We'll digress. But yeah, this whole thing, I mean, Stu, the Hart Dungeon is synonymous for training a lot of athletes. I'm not even going to go through that list because
there's a laundry list of who's who.
A laundry list, yes. Even people who just stop by for a little bit.
Right.
But if you want more history, I would recommend a book I have right behind me, Hitman, which is Bret Hart's book. It's a great book about professional wrestling, about the Hart family. I would urge you all to check it out. Crazy Like a Fox, the one we mentioned, Brian Pillman earlier. That's another great book you can study. And I want to say Bruce has a book as well. I haven't personally read it. It's on my list to get this year. But I am going to honorably mention that one. But if you look at the titles between these family members, I mean, Brett alone has a laundry list of titles. Owen is a multiple-time tag champion. If I'm not mistaken, he's multiple-time Continental champion, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, come on. And Davey Boy Smith and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Well, it's kind of a crying shame. You mentioned Owen not winning a world title. Where was Davey Boy Smith's world title?
That's a great question. I mean, personally, while I think he should be on the list of people who could have won the world title, I just don't think he had was lacking. It wasn't big. It's just something that didn't quite put him over the top to be
kind of like what happened with Anvil.
Yeah.
There was something there, but he was always just something keeping him. Great athlete, by the way.
Exactly.
Not taking anything away from Jim the Anvil. No, not at all. It's just I loved him as a tag wrestler better than a singles wrestler.
I agree. Brilliant tag team wrestler, and him and Brett were just amazing together.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, a lot of people get the misconception Jimmy Hart's related to him somehow, but no.
That'd be a bit of a stretch.
That is a bit of a stretch. I mean, they have to go all the way down south, but yeah, that was fantastic. The original tag team of the Hart Foundation. Then Owen came in, and then you had Davey Boy come in as part of the British Bulldogs with Dynamite Kid, who was also close to the Hart family. Then a little later on, Brett went on his singles run. Then so on and so forth. Then we get to the Attitude Era, and we get this reformation of, I would say, stable of the Hart family.
Yes.
And that's what I think a lot of people, when you say the Hart family, that's what they're going to look at.
Oh, I would agree. That's the first thing that comes to my mind when they're talked about, because it was arguably their best grouping.
Oh, absolutely. And not to mention those jackets. Come on.
Yes.
Those jackets with the logo on the back. Come on, man. But that's a little bit of history about the Hart family. That's just us talking about it. CZ, what do we got next, my friend?
Well, we're gonna talk a little indie wrestling. We got our indie spotlight.
Ooh. Okay, what's the first one? Pull it up here. Let's see
Well,
what. I think it's my neck of woods, is it? It is close. Looks like we got the Thomas Walker Rumble. This is on March 7th, which is next weekend. So if you guys are at around that area, the Thomas Walker High School in Ewing, Virginia, go check them out. The next one is actually a company I worked for. UCW USWF Live Professional Wrestling tomorrow night at the Cloverport Sports Center. Advance tickets, pricing front row 15, ringside 12. General admission is going to be 10. So get there. Oh God, that's Kevin Sinclair. Get him off. What's the next one you got, buddy?
I'm not familiar with this one. We got Fight the World Wrestling. That's also this tomorrow, this Saturday, down in St. Petersburg, Florida. So looks like there's a lot of good talent on there.
Looks like this was a fan submission. So thank you all for who submitted that. I love it when the wrestling community comes together.
I do too. It brings a smile to my face. And of course, in my neck of the woods, we've got a couple things going on. I will shout out IMF Wrestling in the King of Cedar Rapids in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, on February 28th. I had the privilege of doing a pre-show podcast with them last month. And these gentlemen put on a show that's very reminiscent of old school ECW.
Oh, okay.
So very, very fun, very good action, and a lot of good talent coming out of there. And speaking of good talent, we have another another great company here locally called Zawa. That is a Zen of Wrestling Academy is that stands for. They're having no quarter if I can talk tomorrow. The person in the middle there is actually their commissioner, or the face of the commissioner, but the body of their world heavyweight champion. Reason for that is the world champion got suspended for accusing the commissioner of taking bribes. So he is not at this show, but a lot of great talent, a lot of young faces there.
Okay. Time out. I got to know something with that. So they bring that graphic back up. Bring the graphic.
Okay.
So they superimpose someone's head upon a world heavyweight champion.
Yes.
How mad do you have to make somebody commissioner? Go ahead and take it down. Superimpose him on the heavyweight champion.
I have no answers, friend. I have no answers. But
you said Zen Wrestling, right?
Zen of Wrestling Academy is the full name of them.
Question: is JT Energy part of this?
No, JT Energy at this moment is exclusively with SCW Pro.
Well, that's sad because I think he would fit in since it's Zen and he's very Zen.
I agree.
So there you go. Speaking of very Zen, do you like to read in your spare time?
I do.
All right. Well, I got a book for you, buddy, if you don't care to pull that up for me here.
Absolutely.
This book right here is Why We Love Professional Wrestling, an eternal love affair with sports entertainment. I don't like that word, but you know what? Nathaniel Wright, a.k.a. the Country Nerd on TikTok, this is a book. He is a huge wrestling fan. He actually has the Wrestle Twins podcast. Shout out to them. But this is a great book. If you all have not read it, I urge you all to go ahead and go take a look at it. It is on Amazon. If you have a Kindle, it's 100% free. Or you can help them out, buy it. It's a great book. And it's very age appropriate too. So it's not only for adults, it's also for, the younger fans who are just now getting into wrestling to kind of learn, why do people like this? Well, here's a book that you can read and study.
And I finished reading this about a month ago. It was a fantastic read, and I'm working on getting Nathaniel on the Card Subject to Change podcast eventually. Just haven't I haven't contacted him in a couple weeks to set a date to bring him on.
Well, he's a good friend of the Joe Monroe Show, so I'll have to pull some strings, and maybe you might have to cast a spell or two, and I can try to talk to him. So
I can handle that.
All right. You know what, folks? It's halfway mark. You know what time it is. It's time for the Wizards top 10. So, CZ, last week, you had your top 10 Intercontinental Champions. This week, you're going to school me on video games since I went over that on the history of pro wrestling.
Yes. And I mentioned this to you directly off the air. I will preface this. This is not my list. I am a big fan of THQ. I'm a big fan of their wrestling games, but my memory to be able to pick which ones are my favorites just isn't working well enough right now these days for me to do that. So this list is based off of a March 2012 Bleacher Report article.
Okay.
Which I'm just going to throw out there right now. This is before WWE 13.
Yeah, and I haven't looked at this list, so I'm still going to have to guess it. People who are watching is probably going to cheat. That's okay. Like we said last week, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. It's okay. It's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and get the obvious ones out the way. SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain.
Here Comes the Pain is number 3.
Ooh, okay.
And I have notes on all of these. One of the things that I noted down is this was the first game to feature a first blood match and the Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Good roster of 65 superstars, unless you count the King and JR, which made it 67. And there was an interactive backstage environment in this one as well.
Yeah. So for those who are saying just 67, listen, back then that was a lot.
Right.
Now we have it. 2K26 is coming out. We have just 200 slots for creative wrestlers. So there.
Aren't there 400 wrestlers already loaded into the game too? Is that the number that I heard?
Yes, that's exactly what you heard. So it's insane as to where we were to where we are now. But let's go ahead and let's get back to the list. So that was number 3?
Yes.
Okay. Sad part is I actually have the list still written on the whiteboard here. WCW NWO Revenge.
That one, believe it or not, is not on the list.
What?
It did not make it.
Okay. Has any WCW game made it?
Actually, looking at the list, no. I think now that I think about it, this may have just been exclusive to WWE games.
Oh, come on.
That's on me.
No, that's disappointing, though. Not just.
I agree.
Not your fault. But come on, WCW NWO Revenge.
Yep.
The intro alone that was ahead of its time. And
right.
if I'm mistaken, let me look it up here. They had just about as many wrestlers than what we mentioned here. I think it was 60. Hang on, let me look here. WCW NWO Revenge roster. How many people did we have? Over 60. So there you go. And that was unheard. This was like golden era in 64. So keep that in mind.
Yes.
Is that why your memory's so shot? Because, you had to use Game Shark so much?
I only had a Game Shark for one system, and that was the original NES.
Okay. All right. So no WCW games, which is yeah.
Frustrating, but
Very much. Okay, so here we go. WWF No Mercy.
No Mercy is number 1.
Okay, so that makes sense. All right.
And of course, the notes I have on that, the control system was amazing.
Oh,
trailblazing create a wrestler mode, and
that still is going on today.
Yes.
People are making their own games out of that game engine. So that's number 1. I got my SmackDown Here Comes the Pain was 3.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Hang on. SmackDown 2, Know Your Role.
Know Your Role is number 8.
Okay, there we go. We're cooking with Crisco now, as my daddy would say. Okay, Know Your Role is 8. So we got 1, 3, and 8. I'm going to go ahead and say SmackDown versus Raw.
The original?
Yes.
Believe it or what year was the original? Was it just SmackDown versus Raw? It didn't have a year
Yeah,
associated with it?
SmackDown versus Raw, so that would have been 05.
So not on the list.
That is disappointing. SmackDown versus Raw 2007, though.
No, 2007 is not on the list.
What the heck? Okay, 11?
Nope.
Okay, 10.
10 is on the list. 10 is number 2.
10 is... Okay.
I think they put it at number 2 because of the road to WrestleMania and the different storyline for different types of wrestlers.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. Not my list, but whatever. WWF Raw.
Yeah.
What?
That's number 9.
What? What? WWF Raw made the freaking list.
Yes.
The original SmackDown versus Raw did not.
That
makes zero. Oh my God. No.
I didn't make this list. So
I know you didn't, but this is
send your hate tweets to Bleacher Reports directly.
I'm about to. Oh my God. They'll get it. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 9, and 8. Okay. WWE. No. Well, hang on. WWE All Stars.
Negative.
Okay, thank God. All right. WrestleMania 19.
WrestleMania 19 was not on the list.
Okay, that was. I'm not going to say Crash Hour because that was. Oh my God. Day of Reckoning.
Day of Reckoning is number 10.
Number 10. Okay. Now that I can see. 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. Okay, how did I do that?
You're missing the middle.
I'm missing the middle again. We're back at this again, like we were last week. Oh my goodness gracious! WrestleMania 2000.
WrestleMania 2000 is number 7.
Number 7. Okay.
That one is noted for its combination of parts from WCW NWO Revenge and WWF Attitude.
Okay, and we couldn't have had WCW NWO. You know what? I'm putting it on the list at 11. That greedy bastards. I'm sorry. That just, oh my gosh.
No, I love it. I love it.
Okay, let's see. SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth.
Shut Your Mouth is not on the list.
What? Okay. WWE Aftershock?
Negative.
Okay. Legends of WrestleMania?
No.
Wow. Okay. SmackDown 09?
No, 09 is not on the list.
See, so that I want to connect the two here. So those two are actually interconnected. You could have used the roster for each one.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool. And again, appalling that that's not on the list. Bleacher Report, what have you done to this list? All right. Let's see. WrestleMania 21.
No.
Okay. Day of Reckoning 2?
Nope. Didn't make the cut.
Is there any more SmackDown versus Raws?
What did you get? What do we have marked down for SmackDown versus Raw?
2. SmackDown versus Raw 10. That was at number 2.
There is one more.
There is one more. 11.
Negative.
No, I already said 11. 08.
Nope.
6.
6. 6 is number 4.
6 is 4. Okay. That's going to confuse. Who's on first? That's kind of the situation. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think you're only missing 2.
So I'm missing 5 and 6.
No, yes, you're missing 5 and 6.
So I got 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to include 11 for No Mercy. All right. SmackDown Just Bring It?
Just Bring It did not surprisingly make the list.
Okay. But Raw did. Oh, okay. WWF Betrayal.
No.
Okay.
I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, it was a very Raw 2.
Raw 2 is number 6.
Okay. Okay. What? Okay. One more. I said 21 already.
Mm-hmm.
No more SmackDown versus Raw games.
Nope.
WWE WrestleMania 18.
No.
Okay.
Would you like me to tell you what platform it's on?
Yes.
The original PlayStation.
That would have been WWF SmackDown.
It is.
Okay. So that's number 6. It's 5?
That's number 5.
Okay.
There you have it.
So number 1's No Mercy. Number 2, oh God. Number 2 is SmackDown versus Raw 10.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is SmackDown Here Comes the Pain.
Yep.
4 was SmackDown versus Raw 06.
Yep.
5 was WWF SmackDown, rightfully so.
Right.
Number 6. Where's number 6 here? I got the whiteboard here. Sorry, guys. Number
6 is Raw 2.
Then number 7 was WrestleMania 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8 was SmackDown Know Your Role, which is SmackDown 2 Know Your Role, or whatever you want to call it. Number 9 was WWF Raw. And number 10 was Day of Reckoning. What kind of a list is this?
Now, to be fair, this list is 14 years old. But still.
Okay, you couldn't include Revenge.
Right. No.
Oh
I mean, I think the reason, like I said, that Revenge is not on here is because it was WWE centered.
But, okay. Fair enough. All right.
Or WWF at the time centered.
Well, I didn't make a graphic for this, but let's go ahead and talk about it because I really want to talk about it. And we got 3 minutes left here. AJ Styles going into the Hall of Fame after a kind of a big swerve from Undertaker because I thought he's going to ask him for another Mania match.
Right.
He asked him, said he was going to be in the Hall of Fame, which a lot of people are like, okay, cool, whatever. But to me, 100% deserving.
I agree, but I will counter that with John Cena has had a more illustrious career in the WWE than AJ, and that's not taking anything away from AJ, who is phenomenal, no pun intended. But AJ Styles retires and gets automatically asked into the Hall of Fame, and Cena does not? That seems like a slight to me.
Well, Cena's off making movies, so he probably couldn't make it this year.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So speaking of not making it this year, I want to go ahead and get this out the way. Next week, guess what, folks? We're going to talk about more video games. We're going to talk about 2K, because guess what? If you pre-order 2K26, you get to play it next week. And a lot of people are upset because of how the DLC is this year. So mentioning these lovely retro games, whenever you bought the game, you actually had to go through and unlock stuff. And I get that you had the supercharger thing where you can just automatically unlock everything. That's all cool and well. Personally, to me, this new system they have up, what's it called, CZ?
Ringside Pass.
Ringside Pass. You have to go through to play the Ringside Pass in order to unlock. Kind of like Battle Pass for Call of Duty. Personally, I would 100% do that versus, going ahead and downloading it and just playing it because it don't feel as rewarding to me.
And, I'll be honest, I've gotten I haven't gone out of my way to get the supercharger or whatever they call it, but it's been included in what I've purchased the last couple of years.
Right.
Just the addition that I've gravitated towards. I am actually excited because this gives me more motivation to play the game. Yes,
same. But I can also see why people are mad because a lot of people don't want to do that. They just rather have the wrestlers go ahead and create whatever they want to and be done with it. Personally, right. I actually want to play the game and enjoy it and not go through my faction as much as possible and call it a day. But that's my rant for now. We'll discuss more about this next week. CZ, what do you say we get out of here? Go ahead and remind the people where they can find you.
You can find me. Just search Card Subject to Change Podcast on Google or CSTC Podcast. We are live most Sundays at 6:30. Sometimes that time changes. Sometimes the date changes depending on the event. But yeah, we will be, just to give you kind of a preview, we will be reviewing Elimination Chamber, Nick and I, this week. So I'm keeping my hopes to a minimum with the way WWE has been lately, but I really do hope it's a good show and we can have a good review. So,
well, that's great to look forward to. On the History of Pro Wrestling this Wednesday, we're actually going to be taking a look at other video games. We're going to take out more video games. What over? We'll find out on the Joe Monroe Show on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Until next time, folks, this is Joe Monroe, and on behalf of the Wizard CZ, you all have a fantastic weekend. If you're not watching WWE, go to a local independent show. Have some fun there. And for God's sakes, shut up and enjoy professional wrestling. CZ, let's go ahead and get out of here, man.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.